Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, brother.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let me mute myself because I can hear myself talk. That's weird.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I was
fucking
like,
weird. Well,
holy fucking channel.
welcome in, everybody. It's been fucking 3-4 weeks since we've last seen each other. Those
Been 4 weeks since you looked at me.
I know shit. We actually got lots to talk about. Obviously, I don't think
Woo!
like we as the charity channel have actually come on live since DreamHack. So we could talk about DreamHack. So guys, stand by for that. We got some pretty cool stories.
Yes.
And Spooky's here joining us. If you don't know who that symbol is, that is Spooky, another board member here with the charity. So he's going to be here saying his really good phrases. And we're going to question him about his experience with DreamHack, this time with more of the board members and a little bit more support. Goku, you were great. And then Ted, I know Ted wants to talk to you guys about some really important shit. So you guys make sure, if you don't listen to me, make sure you listen to Ted. So
Beers has always got good shit to put out too, guys. Don't let him sweat you like that.
No.
He's got his he's sweating that fucking SWAT test, guys. He's gonna crush that shit. He's gonna crush it. Fuck yeah, bro.
So I've gotten addicted to diet soda, thanks to thanks to Dallas, Texas. Don't know how it happened, but I had a taste of diet soda, and I was like, "Where has this been my entire life?"
Right.
It's like crack now to me.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Are you gonna be scratching at your neck, going, "Hey man, can I get a diet, man?"
Yeah, let me get that diet, man. Let me get that good diet.
About that diet soda.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway. So, I know, Ted, you were working behind the scenes. What was your impression of us at DreamHack?
My impression, really, I mean, you guys were crushing it. I saw so much traffic through there. I mean, hold on, let me just throw this out. I saw a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And it was good traffic and repeat. People kept coming back and stuff too. I really dug that. I mean, it was something else to watch you guys in that. And you know, Specialist, Iron Man, Gaiman, Goku, all those guys. Everyone else was stepping up too. You know, I really, you know, it was great to see. You know, all the traffic, all the people that came up, Batty, Grandpa, all that shit too. Man, that was just it was so impressive, and it was really great for me to see. I was really bummed because I'm like, man, as much as I want my, you know, to see the grandkids, I really wanted to be there with you guys too. But I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get my ass to Atlanta too. Lose that weight so I can get on a fucking plane. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure that I'm at these events from going forward. So there we go. That was my impression. Really, I mean, it was a good impression. And not only that, but another perspective too, as I'm sitting here watching you guys doing all this stuff, you know, Stony was great too. Another, you know, Stony, Kong, and everybody. Jarhead, I saw everyone participating that ended up going there. Nate, everybody. But you know, seeing people also live sending in donations and stuff.
Yeah.
Man. If everyone would go back and look at the AGB website and they look at our our transparency report and stuff, you'll see all the donations that came in for DreamHack. You know, while you guys were live at DreamHack, that gave me a big old, you know, Woody.
Nice.
That gave me a Woody. Oh yeah, it was solid.
Yeah, and then to be honest with you, again, just like Loot Fest, the unsung heroes like Raushin, Redneck, even Goku showing up. You know, he's new to me, right? Because Raushin and Redneck were there at Loot Fest, but having those guys come out and again, just performing, doing what needs to be done. Very little. You know, they really actually I can't even say very little. Nobody talked back.
Yeah.
We just kind of, hey guys, this is what needs to get done, and shit just got done, you know. And then obviously we adjusted as we went with certain things that DreamHack had us doing and getting us involved. And you know, I didn't really get to walk around too much throughout the whole day, But from what I can see, obviously, there was a lot of engagement with like obviously bigger vendors and stuff like that. Obviously, because they're more well known. But I really do feel like we left a really good impression with just how people approach us, came up to us, talked to us, and like the stuff that we were doing like outside, just like our vibe. I really do think that everybody was, again, solid. It was really good.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So, shout out to the guys that, aren't on the podcast that, were there. But Spooky, how'd you feel about DreamHack?
So before DreamHack, nervous about the drive. I absolutely hate driving through Tennessee.
Okay.
And then once I was there, it just turned into the groove going from there.
Right.
Again, can't say too many thank yous because there aren't enough for everybody who showed up.
Right.
Like Goku, Redneck, Ironman, Rauschen.
Ironman came through really good. Forgot about him. Yep.
Stoney and Kong, who were there as creators, just hung out with us and promoting us. So just having the people who come out and go above and beyond.
Yep.
It's amazing. And like you said, there was no talk back, there was no argument, and there was no real need for a lot of guidance on things because we're like, hey, this needs to get done, and it got done.
Yep.
So we were meshing as a good team, and I think because we were meshing as a good team and we were all having fun while doing it, it showed to everybody else, and that's why we got those huge crowds because we were good to be around.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Right, that's the stuff that the adjustment that I was talking about. Like for you guys that don't know, apparently there was a bunch of little spots throughout the main stage of certain vendors got these little challenge things. Right, our challenge was like this paper little card game that basically was rock paper scissors, and Redneck and Goku were like, "Hey man, we've been flipping these fucking cards like 10 to 20 times, what are we gonna do here?" I was like, make them do push-ups. I was like, let's do it three times, make them do push-ups. Fuck it, I'll arm wrestle people. And then it was like, all right, cool, like nobody's really gonna beat me, so I don't want people to come to our tent and just fucking lose. So what we're gonna do, let's get the crowd involved. Like, and this is like all on the fly stuff, and like everybody just kind of like, okay, this is what we're doing. I said one thing, and then it was just like, this is what we're doing. I'm not 0-35. I'm 1-35. I beat fucking No Neck. I beat No Neck. I don't care what you say. I beat No Neck.
Hey, guys.
So it was just like on the fly kind of stuff that we were just adjusting, and everybody just, again, everybody adjusted. Then when I stepped away from the tent, I come back, and I see people arm wrestling Goku. So it's like, I didn't even have to say anything. The guys just did it, right? They just carried on that vibe of, hey, this is the fucking fun tent. Tell your friends, right? And it just kind of carried on. It was great.
Yeah.
So,
speaking about No Neck, he's down on his luck right now. He definitely needs some help. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop that, and I'm going to pin it up top. Guys, there's a GoFundMe. If you got $5, $1, whatever the fuck you guys might be able to drop in on him. I dropped him a 20 because, honestly, whatever. I drop what I could at the moment. But if you can drop any funds on him, No Neck is definitely needs some help. He just moved to Arizona and he's looking for work and shit. Hey, if you're out in Arizona and you got a job for him, he's looking for work. So
he's a strong boy,
veteran that could use some help. Yeah, he's a strong motherfucker. So.
Right, he's
got no neck. I mean,
he's a strong boy. He gave me like I was like, oh, okay, I actually have to use some strength against him. Like I was like, okay. I was like, okay, time to really fucking be taken seriously. He's a strong guy. He's a hard worker. He was there showing up for us too. And obviously with this situation, he shouldn't even have been there. He should have been focusing on his home life, but he still managed to show up and support the charity and be there for everybody.
That's right.
So it was really good. It's great of him to do that.
And yes, Roush, and I'll definitely wear these Lombardi glasses to Atlanta. These are speaking about glasses, these are my new Zenny glasses. Zenny Gaming, proud sponsor and proud future partner. We're working on it.
Yeah.
With the charity. So it's in the works. We're talking to them now about closing that up.
That's the other thing that I have to say about DreamHack and LootFest is the amount of opportunities that we've had to make partnerships.
Yeah.
So I love that we're finally getting to a point where people are approaching us, asking us if we're okay with a partnership, instead of
Yeah.
us going out there and being like, "Hey, do you guys want to sponsor a charity?"
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome, man. And you know, they're all about gaming and everything else too. I mean, I remember I've been one of their customers since 2016 or something, or 2017 when I first bought my first pair. I remember years ago when they started getting into like the gaming lenses and stuff like that to stop the reflection and all that stuff. So I remember when all that stuff went through with Zenny. They're definitely proactive on what we do, and I'm glad they're ready to partner up too. That's awesome. You guys did great, man, with all that shit too.
See, again, a lot of that stuff actually happened behind the scenes, and I actually missed out on a lot of that. But
Yeah.
because Spooky and Peeps had that creator badge, they were allowed to go in and out freely to the creator lounge, where a lot of the guys would like eventually make it up when they really getting tired, or they wanted to talk to other creators, because obviously that's where you're
Yeah.
gonna get like a company like Zenny. Instead of walking around the
Yes.
floor being tired all fucking day, they could just wait in the creator lounge and have the creators come to them. And so
Yeah.
I know that a lot of talks happened up there. Spooky, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So it was like I didn't get to see a lot of that, but it was really cool to see, like, they would go to the creator lounge and all of a sudden narrators coming, to the fucking AGB tent. And then all of a sudden the Grandpa Gaming's at the AGB tent. And then, Drake and Nate and everybody's coming around. And eventually, because they were on that little freaking scooter looking streaming platform.
Yeah.
And it's like they're live doing their own thing. They can literally go show their community whatever they want. But because they're part of the family, they always made their way to AGB, pulled into the fucking tent, and just like, this is it. Hey guys, check out these mother. And I was like, oh shit, these mother guys. I was like, it's crazy. And like, to be, again, I'm not a big creator at all. I barely, I stream here, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And then to have, guys like, having to talk to narrator who I never met, who seemed like a pretty genuine guy, while he was building with Peeps, was kind of cool. And meeting, Grandpa, and then having, getting his respect off the rip after just telling him, hey, this was my job, this is where I went. He's like, oh shit, so you're legit. And I
saw that too.
And I was like, oh shit, like, I know what you did, now you know what I did, and you're giving me props.
Well, I saw him
right now.
I was hard too, because I watched his video when he was talking to you and Nate, and I was like, oh fuck, you guys are all three, you fucking badasses.
Yeah,
shit,
and
man.
it's crazy too, because so he posted his lives. If you guys don't know, Grandpa Gaming posted his lives, and there's a video where it's when he gets the chair, or he's waiting to get his Anthros chair to go wheel around the main stage area, and I just happened to walk by, and I was actually talking to his manager. Right. I because they're nice people too. Right. So, and I was just talking to his manager, and, while the camera, the camera guy was with him, and like, he just gets up off his very comfortable chair, comes over and goes, chat. Not only is he big as hell, this is a real operator right here. And I'm like,
yeah, motherfucker.
First of all, I didn't want the recognition, but thank you, right? And so I was like, I don't want to, I didn't want to bother you, but I'm just gonna go keep checking out the creator hub over there, where all the creators were like, streaming live from DreamHack on the floor, and so I kept watching the video, and he goes, chat, that's one big motherfucker, and I was like, damn, that's great. Like, that was, to me, that was like, oh, I didn't hear him because I'm partially deaf, and it was loud as fuck in there. So to me, I was just like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's dope.
You two hit it off like instantly.
Yeah, again, it's like, I know what he did, so I respect him off the rip, regardless of when he served. Obviously, he served at what I believe a lot of unsung heroes served around the Vietnam era, and I think that conflict really goes, it was tarnished by the beginning of what I believe the mainstream media kind of stuff, kind of that era with the just vibe the country was in and all that stuff. So I really do feel for a lot of those Vietnam veterans when they come home and how they got treated. So it's even like, I know that war isn't easy. And then on top of that, I know that when you got home, you got treated like shit. So I know that's even harder because you're already coming home feeling like shit. And now you're also getting treated like shit. Yeah, more respect, right? And obviously I know what he did in the military. So I'm just like, yeah, you're a certified badass.
Man, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
My aunt's brother Billy, I knew him when I was a kid and stuff. He used to take us drives in his Corvettes and stuff, and he was a Vietnam veteran. Went on several fucking tours over there, and he ended up committing suicide. It was crazy. He was such a fucking nice, gentle giant, 6'7", 6'8", big old motherfucker, dude. And he used to pick us up like this and Superman carry us and shit. Anyway, Vietnam veterans,
guys. As I do every podcast, Ted, take over for a little bit. I'll be right
back. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys have been doing good. Ted, take over for a little bit. How you guys been? What's going on?
So Ted.
Yeah.
During Loot Fest, you had points to where you're like inspired to create artwork and emotes. Were there any points during DreamHack where you had any inspiration like that?
You know what? I think, what did I do? Oh yeah, that, you see, wait a second, right there. That one. When the VFW guy came over and started talking, I forget who he was talking. He had a conversation with somebody. I forget. It was early on. I think it was on Friday. The VFW guy came over and started talking to you guys. And in fact, yes, that is the VFW logo. I used that one, and that I made one of those while he was standing there. I threw that up there. So yeah, I did that one. I don't think there were any others that I did. I think there was a point where I was maybe going to grab Grandpa's stuff because he was standing there with you guys, but I got the VFW logo up, and yeah, it was fun. That was about it, though, as far as that stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, just seeing all the interactions and seeing all the traffic at the tent. I mean, at the booth and everything. That was fucking awesome, man. It really was.
Yeah,
it was awesome to see.
And unlike Loot Fest, obviously Loot Fest, you saw a lot of reoccurring people coming back. So it was really cool to see. Again, we got it too at DreamHack.
Yeah.
But because it was so big, like Loot Fest, once people did like a round or two, people just came back to hang out with us because we were fucking cool.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously Loot Fest was cool that way. Like that really like validated just how cool our vibe was. Like you walked around again, you saw the big streamers, but you're coming back to us because we're just the whole ass vibe. DreamHack was slightly different because of just the sheer volume of people. It was really cool to see having so many people just come like, hey, so what are you guys about? And it was like, oh, cool. You know what? I'll tell you. And having the people play rock, paper, scissors, shoot, once we started doing the push-ups or arm wrestle stuff, they would have fun. Everybody would laugh. And they're like, oh, by the way, what do you guys do? And they're just like, oh, this is what we do. So we're veterans. That's why we do like doing push-ups. And I'm just big, so I like arm wrestling people. Right. So to me, it was fun. It was just, again, a good time. And a couple of people came back, throughout the day. Obviously Jarhead was there and Nate, and they always came back to, always show us love and bring people. And Nate brought people over. Jarhead brought guys over. So it was always really cool just to see just everybody, like, again, we didn't ask them to do that. Right.
Yeah.
They just did it. And it was just really cool to see people like our people coming together and really showing out.
Yeah.
And then obviously Nate and Jarhead, again, obviously people's lives, personal lives are different, but they were like, you know what? Now that we see this live and we see how you guys are, and that's the first time I met them.
Nice.
And Nate in the chair was hilarious. And meeting these guys live and them really seeing, somebody else besides Peep and seeing, Spooky, who's usually behind the scenes most of the time, and seeing all the guys, it's like, they're like, yeah, no, we definitely have to do more stuff together. And I was like, yes. Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And to speak
Yeah,
about
we
that,
really fucking do, man.
I know you reached out to Jarhead. Like
Yeah.
I told you I was in his live just before we went live.
Mhm.
I'm gonna message Jarhead tomorrow. I'm gonna see what his schedule is like in the next like week or two.
Yeah.
Guys, if you don't know, Jarhead is an ambassador with us, and his big thing is he loves talking about mental health. Talking
Yeah.
about mental health, and last month was Mental Health Awareness Month.
This month is PTSD Awareness Month. Yeah.
This month is PTSD Awareness Month. So you're right. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. And so we're gonna try to get Jarhead in here and have Jarhead talk to us on the channel probably in the next like week or two. We'll post on all of our socials to let you guys know about when Jarhead's going to be coming live. I'm gonna try to get Nate in here too, so you guys can meet some of the ambassadors. If you guys already haven't followed them on Kick, you guys can go follow them on Kick. They stream on Kick. I believe both of them are actually live right now. So go check them out.
Do we have anybody planned for next week, for next Wednesday?
No, I'm going to reach out to Jarhead tomorrow. I'll talk to Jarhead tomorrow. I know he's live right now. He's actually live bowling. He's waiting for his wife to go bowl. Nate's playing division with some people, so I don't really want to bother him right now. But I'll text Nate, and then I'll reach out to Jarhead as well tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll work some stuff out.
We got to get the ladies on too. We got to get
Nate's
Stony, Iron, and all that shit.
We want to get Stony on here. I think.
Oh yes.
I think after the board meeting, right? Because I'm assuming we're going to be voting. We're going to be doing some votes this weekend, Spooky.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's a whole lot of voting next weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. It's this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
This weekend, yeah.
On Sunday.
Sunday night votes.
So, guys, stay tuned for Sunday. We're also going to be doing the bi-weekly board meeting, which we missed last week because we were getting ready for DreamHack, and we missed the meeting before DreamHack because we're getting ready for DreamHack, and so we're definitely going to have a board meeting this weekend, this Sunday, 8:30 Eastern time. I will probably be live slightly before, in preparation for the meeting. I have an announcement that I'm going to probably try to make on Sunday before the charity for you guys, but I'm still working some things in my head. That's why I haven't done anything yet with it. But with that in mind, with having just talked about this month is PTSD Awareness Month, Ted, I think this is your time to shine there, brother.
Hey.
And I'm going to do it the traditional way. Buddy Check Podcast. Ted, how are you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm fucking doing great, man. I don't know what to say. Yeah, after going through a lot of fucked up shit in February, mentally, I at first I was really hesitant to reach out for help, man, and I figured I'm just gonna gut it and keep fucking driving on. But I'm glad I did it. My wife insisted I turn around and go back to the VA and get some fucking help. And I'll tell you, the last 2 months I've been dealing with this young lady who's about to get her fucking doctorate, and I'm one of her last cases. This young Vietnamese lady whipped my ass and made me fucking do the hard work and made me deal with shit. And really, we got down to the nitty-gritty as to what the fuck's been bothering me. I really got depressed about 20 fucking years ago, and it's crazy, man. She really made me do some hard work, and it was a gut check. There was a time even when I stopped and I didn't want to talk to her, and she was like, "Is this what we're gonna do? Is this what we're gonna do? You're just gonna shut down now when we're really getting into it?" And she really pushed me to push through shit. And every time, I mean, she would watch the screen and she would watch the camera and she would watch while we were talking, and she would watch my interactions and say, "What was that look about?" Hey, or she would be like, "Hey, you're crying. What are you crying about?" And stuff like that. We would drill down, and we just kept on fucking ripping through shit. And it's fucking crazy, man. Because I'm going to tell you something that I shared with the counselor, and she had a doctor who watches over her, just like, Brooke Army Medical Center, fucking Walter Reed, everywhere. Any VA facilities are training facilities too. So, as this young lady's about to get her doctorate, we're pushing through and grinding. And then, man, we got down to a lot of good business. And then this Friday, I told her, I was like, man, I feel so fucking different today. I feel so different. And everything about me, I feel I've got completely different energy. I feel like I'm ready to take on the fucking world again. I feel good about myself. I'm cock fucking diesel, ready to get going. I'm taking a shower last Wednesday, because we're not doing the Buddy Check podcast in the morning anymore. Yeah, big cock fucking diesel. You damn right. Was that my ass or? I'm sorry.
That was your dick.
That was my dick. Thank you. You're too nice, too kind. So, I said to her, I just got out of the shower. I'm walking through. We've got a nice shower, beautiful shower. Bathroom is fucking huge. And I catch myself in the mirrors as I'm walking by, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I turn into the mirror, and I'm looking myself up and down, and I'm just like, holy shit, what the fuck did you do, Teddy? It took my breath away for a second. That was really something crazy because my mental state, my mental state 2 months ago was totally okay with me being a fat fuck, miserable as shit. I would look in the mirror and just put myself down and all this shit. And the therapist caught myself a few times, like, why do you do that? Why? And stuff like that. She would really fucking make me get after it. But it stopped and I was just like, holy shit. And I told the doctor, my mental state no longer wants to look at that anymore. It's not accepting that, it's like, now I know I've got a lot of hard work to do, but it's okay because now I feel like I can fucking do anything right now. I feel like I could fucking take on the fucking world. Like I could fucking do anything. I might need a fucking nicer knee brace, but I really feel fucking just incredible. And this all happened at the VA, man. And I'll tell you guys, yeah, they as soon as they found out that I was really in a rut, and they drilled down on some shit that maybe we'll talk about that another time. But they drilled down on some shit, and got to the nitty gritty. And when they realized that I was thinking about doing suicide, they put me in a program that really aggressively took care of me. Um, so I walked in, and I just threw myself at them and fucking asked for fucking help. And that's what it took for me to be able to talk to somebody. And they 100% backed me up. They had people calling me random days, just random, service officers who would just call me and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm from the VA, Ted, we're just here to just do just a buddy check.
Wow.
They were fucking doing buddy checks on me, man. Like guys who were fucking prior service were fucking calling me. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little misty eyed, a little frog throated, but they were calling me and checking on me, man. And that little fucking Vietnamese lady, Van Dang, lady, I fucking really appreciate you, man. I'm not drinking because I promised I wouldn't, but I'm raising a glass of fucking water to you. I'll tell you that, lady. You really fucking did your shit and really worked a number on me because I feel completely different. And I feel like I said, everybody, like I could take on the fucking world right now, and I realize I got some work to do, but I'm stoked. I'm alive. I got my Sheriff of Baghdad shirt on. Touch the muff. So touch that muff, baby. What's up, Nelmio? I see you. Goku, I see you. Spooky Knife, thank you.
So
Rauschen, fuck you.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
When you were being pressed and you said that you were getting quiet, right?
Yeah.
What were you thinking in regards to whether, like, were you thinking like, should I open? Should I retreat? And obviously you eventually opened up. So we know that you eventually opened up. What was
Yeah, yeah.
going through your mind in regards to what you should do? And then how did you get to the decision to open up, and, you know, kind of walk me through that kind of decision making?
You know, I think she asked me something that, like, I asked me something about my relationship with my wife.
Okay.
And it was one of those things where I was like, is that off limits for me? You know what I mean? And I just kind of like shut down for just, it wasn't really a long time.
Right.
I'm thinking, yeah, I sat there and didn't want to talk. It was probably just a few seconds or whatever, but it caused me pause.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I realized that, okay, you're here and it took your wife 10 years of fucking asking you to get help. And it took me sitting there realizing, like, I left Fort Sam Houston in 2004, and I'm still sitting here in 2025, like, killing myself over this shit,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I, it's just like, why? It's not fucking worth all that shit. And it was a moment in my life, things happened, blah, blah, blah. You got hurt. You went home, your friends went off to fucking war. But at the same point in time, it caused me to be upset, like, really down on myself for a long fucking time. Because one time I really stepped up and wanted to fucking do something. And, I felt like a fucking failure for a long time. But I figured it was time that I needed to do this. I think I needed to just sit there and gut it and fucking uh, get through to, you know, she was just like, when she was just like challenging me, like going, what was that? What is that? Did you, I thought you came here to get help, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that type of thing. That little fucking bully lady, dude. She was great, man. She really just, sometimes she would just watch my facial features or facial expressions, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And, or watch when my, throat's getting dry and stuff and shit like that. And she really was great, man. It really was great. It was a
So
lot.
what did you tap into to find the courage to continue the conversation? Was it the relationship with your wife? Was it just your willingness to
Oh,
just
oh,
just
oh,
just to kind of be like, you know what?
oh. Ooh,
I am here to get fixed, and
yeah.
I'm tired of being a shithead, right?
Yeah. I mean, Beers, that's a great point, because that's a lot of what I was sitting there like, you asked for help, man. She's here to fucking try and help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's keep going, man. You know what
Okay.
I mean? You didn't come this far to stop, you know.
Okay.
And I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of feeling bloat. I'm tired of feeling like shit. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not fucking good enough. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest fucking thing, was just so much crust in my fucking head. So much mental buildup that I wasn't good enough. I can't do it. There's so much self-defeat was going on and stuff. And now I feel like, fuck, let's fucking go. Let's fucking do this. Now I really want to take care of myself. And even, we're back to cooking more often and stuff, even though, last week I ate a few things or whatever, but we're definitely, even Amy's considering now going to get some fucking therapy too, man. Because really, it's really done me a world of good. I feel so different than I did sitting down here with you guys trying to go through the motions back in March. Yeah. There's so much congestion and shit. Now I feel like I'm fucking ready to go. So,
You know,
oh yeah.
you said that, and it instantly, this quote that I heard, I don't want to fuck it up, so I just Googled it,
Yeah. Yeah.
is people don't change until the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, right? And it's a pretty famous quote. So
Yeah.
like
No.
you,
Yeah.
I think you're at that spot where, like, you probably feel stagnant, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. You probably feel stagnant. You feel like, what the fuck do I do next? And that pain is now greater than that to change, your diet, the workouts, talking to somebody, talking to a stranger, right?
Yeah, totally.
That's all painful for most people.
Yes.
In general, but
Yes.
a little bit more people for, a little bit more challenging for veterans.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I was really fucking skeptical. Yeah.
Right. So that's instantly where my brain connected it to. Like, it sounds like you're finally willing to go through the pain of changing versus the pain of, not
fucking changing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Big time, man.
Well,
Big time, Beards.
That's really good. And again, guys, I commend Ted. And we talked offline, but I commend Ted, and I commend Ted because I've been down that road in regards to just having terrible thoughts and being stuck and feeling stuck.
Yeah.
And the talking thing and seeing a therapist, it's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem, especially like in a professional setting. I have no problem talking to a professional about what I believe is bothering me. And if they can weave their way and kind of maybe pinpoint the root cause, all that does is it helps me to, like, okay, this is what a professional thinks is wrong with me. And then I'll analyze it and digest it myself. But the problem is still there. In my head, it's like it's still there. Us talking about it, just like, okay, this is what you think the problem is, cool.
Yeah.
But that does nothing for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? For me, it's just like, okay, I talked about it. Now what? Now what are we doing? Now what are we going to do?
Yeah.
We're going to keep talking it to death. You're going to tell me to find healthy habits. Because again, that's usually what they say. Find healthy habits. Keep coming to meetings. Keep talking about it. Don't let when you feel like you're getting down. Make sure you find a system and a network. That's what they always say, right? Because it's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to have a support system. I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
But the problem's still there. For me, right? For me, in my opinion, the problem's still there.
Yeah.
And I hope, and we talked about this, that this new motivation, this new fire under your ass, this what I believe is a major win for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now leads to other wins in like when you told me, before, and when you told people here, like when you looked in the mirror, you're like, what have I done? Who the fuck who is this guy?
Yeah.
Again, in my mind, it triggered. Ooh. You no longer want to feel the way you look. You want to look the way you feel.
Yes, brother. Woo!
Right. So, like, it's
definitive.
Like, right. And it's like, okay, I really do hope you continue doing whatever works for you. You found you got your foundation now. Now you can finally start building on it. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And I hope you hold on to that and you always look back to that.
Oh,
I told you that. Just make sure you remember that feeling, right? Remember that feeling, and use that to, like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this because this really works. But what is next? What can I do next? Right.
Yeah.
And I hope, exactly. And you guys out there, look, listen, if you don't think talking is for you, I tried it. That's how I know it's not for me. But if you don't think it's for you, go try it. Try it before you knock it. Don't talk to the first person. If you don't like the therapist, that's fine.
Yeah.
Find the right person. I did. I went through about 6 therapists when I got back from the military until I found the right one that when I talked, I felt that actually I was heard and I was listened to and they understood. And like stuff like that. Like I did that. And I went through a bunch of sessions with them. And again, at the end of the day, it, like, having a professional kind of pinpoint what you kind of already know gives somebody validation. Like, okay, I am right. This is an issue. I know this is my issue. Let's see what they say of what the professional way is to fix it. Now, I'm a firm believer. I don't believe in taking meds unless I absolutely have to. And So that's where my foundation is physical health, right? Because I really do feel like having a strong body leads to a strong mind, because you're building discipline in your brain to get up when you're tired and get to the gym, to get up and you know, I want a piece of cake, but I'm eating a salad, or you know, I'm a guys, you know, as you know, I'm a cop. I love donuts. I love donuts before I was a cop. I can eat donuts all day, but instead of eating a donut, I'm gonna go eat some yogurt and some fruit. So you guys know that, you know, it's making those decisions every day that I believe is, for me, was harnessed and forged in a gym or in physical fitness, that allows me to, you know, when I start getting down, I'm like, let me just go into the gym, let me recalibrate, let me get a sick ass pump, let me come home and feel good and feel productive, and then really hammer down some things. That's what works for me. But Ted, as you guys just heard, it's the reverse. He went to go talk. So try it before.
Now I'll go to the gym.
Fix your knee first, God damn it.
Well, I will. I'm getting it going. Hey, in the meantime, I'll probably we'll probably go to the YMCA or some shit. They got a big fucking pool I can go swimming in.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take the family over there. We're going to go take a look, go do a little tour of the one by us. This way, I want to get going, bro. I really want to get going. And that's another thing, too. You mentioned medication and shit. I'll share what happened with my meds, too, okay? So initially, right away, off the rip, they were like, fucking, no, we don't want you to fucking kill yourself, so we're going to put you on Zoloft. And, you know, I didn't really want to be on meds, but I really didn't. I wanted to be alive. So I started taking Zoloft, okay? A couple weeks later, I started having these headaches, really bad fucking headaches, especially when they amped up my dosage and stuff. So I started having these fucking headaches, and as soon as I talked to the one lady, called me from the VA to just check on my medication, see how things are going. I told her, I said, every fucking night now, when I go to lay down, I'm having pulsatile tinnitus, which is you can hear your pulse in your fucking eardrum. Okay. So every night I would lay down on my pillow, I would fucking hear. And I told her about it. She goes, oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, no. She's all, I want you to decrease your dosage immediately in half tonight and then be off of it in 3 days. I was like, okay. So yeah, that's another thing to watch out for, medication too. So if you can get through the shit without medication, I mean, I highly recommend it. And now they wanted me to try other stuff. I talked to my doctor on Friday. I said, hey, I really feel a lot more comfortable right now where we're at from where we were 2 months ago, 7 weeks ago now, or 8 weeks, whatever, 9 weeks ago. I said, so now I would rather maybe try not doing any medication. And they were okay with that. And I'm okay with that. I feel a hell of a lot better. So, and I just didn't want to try taking any other meds to cover the shit. I would rather deal with the shit head on. I feel I'm much better prepared to deal with whatever the fuck comes down. So
nice. Good.
No meds.
I am a firm believer. Again, I'm not against medication, but I think people should exhaust. Like, if you're feeling depressed and sad, again, you got two great examples. Go to the fucking gym. Tell me how you feel after that. If you still feel like shit, then go talk to somebody, or vice versa, right? And don't get discouraged. This was my big thing when I started talking to somebody. When I started talking to somebody, I got discouraged because I was like, well, aren't we going to get into the deep shit? Like, when am I going to get fixed? Like, I also expected to like sit there, talk to somebody, and then boom, be fixed. Obviously, that's not how it works. Obviously, I knew that, but that's what I wanted. Just like, because I wanted to feel better.
Yeah.
I didn't want to feel shitty anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Right? You go get help because you go get help because you don't want to feel shitty no more. And you don't go to the gym and look like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger off just one gym session, right? It takes time. It takes dedication. There's a lot to it. And the same thing with your brain. Your brain's a muscle, guys. And unfortunately, there's not very many things you can do to work the emotional side of your brain without either expressing emotions or at the very least talking about them. So if you are depressed, my advice is just stop being depressed. But if that's hard for you, but if that's hard for you, go seek help. Right? The VA, especially for all of us veterans, like it's there, it's free. They go, right? Go. If you don't like your therapist because you feel like they're dismissive or they're just trying to crank out numbers, just tell them that. Like legit, like I don't feel like you're the therapist for me. I need another one.
And I'll tell you, I'm just going to jump in real quick. I mean, I've seen over the years, I saw 2 other therapists. The first one was a lady who made me feel like my mom was fucking judging me. And I told her at the 41-minute mark, I'm like, hey, this session's over. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. She's like, why? And I was just like, because you're not fucking listening to me. I feel like I'm talking to my fucking mother. You're talking down to me instead of fucking helping me try to break through some shit. I was like, I'm trying to give you all that I get. Well, we've got you approved for 12 sessions with your insurance company. I said, goodbye. I was just like, no, this ain't gonna work. And then another guy who was he was all floaty and high on himself. So I was just like, yeah, you're not listening to you. So this was a long time coming, man. I didn't want to fucking talk to anybody. I wanted to get through the shit myself. I'm a fucking man. Yeah, that didn't work. So had a little Vietnamese lady beat my ass.
Yeah, that sounds like a good night. Sounds like a good night, man.
Hey, man, careful. I might set you up with her. She's a cute chick. What's up, redneck? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, and another thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
I was going to say, if I can butt in for a second, there's a third option, and there's some charities out there that provide group therapy for individuals, some specifically around veterans. So if you're not into the one-on-one sessions, and you're not into the going to the gym and pounding out in the gym, and you think that their group therapy might help, the VA has some group therapy sessions, and then there's some charities out there that you could look into that that they do the group stuff too. So I've tried them all.
And that's one thing she did ask me. I'm glad you brought that up, Spooky. That is one thing that she did ask me if I wanted to be in group also, you know. And what were you saying? And what? I apologize. I didn't mean to.
Well, I've tried the group. I've tried the one-on-one, and I've tried to pound it out in the gym. And each one provides something different from the other. So, like, my advice is to give it a shot, see if it helps you out in even the smallest little way, and then at the end of it, you learn something. Use that and add it to your tool belt to help make your progression towards your better self.
100%. Redneck, one happens by you, a group every week. Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, man. And like whatever works for anybody, seriously. You know, just seriously, even if you need to come talk to one of us, you know, there's a few veterans that have come and talked to Spooky and I, you know, and I'm sure people have talked to Bearded and shit. People have spoken to Redneck too. I know that stuff. So,
nope, you guys don't want to talk to me. I get it. But legit, nobody ever wants to talk to me. Listen, guys, I am here for you, but I'm not mad at you.
That's right.
I do live a very lonely life. I don't feel lonely. I don't feel alone, but like outside looking in, I live a very lonely life. If my kids aren't here, I typically, minus the Discord chats, I don't really talk to nobody. I don't reach out to nobody. I am a hermit. 100%. Valak's
100% Valak. I've worried about fucking this motherfucker because I hadn't heard from him in a while. I've worried about this, man. I know.
And he calls me and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Like happy, like right as rain. I'm good.
Then there's like Loot Fest and DreamHack. Nobody's gonna come bother you while you're in your room because we're afraid you're gonna punch us in the face.
Yeah, these guys are assholes. These guys are assholes. Lufest more.
Right?
This trip wasn't too bad, but Lufest even more. Like Lufest, you guys literally were out there fucking having a grand old time, and you guys were just. We're not going to talk to Beardy. He's going to punch us in the face if we go in his room.
Operator.
It's crazy. I'm like the most nicest person. I'm not violent at all.
They're just fucking scared of you.
All right.
I wouldn't say we're scared. We just didn't want to have to deal with getting punched in the face.
I like my nose where it's at. I don't want it fucking taking a right off my fucking face. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, and the difference between DreamHack and Lufest for me was I honestly didn't even want to go to Lufest.
Yeah.
Only because last year was pretty rough for me.
Yeah.
And like to get in front of people, it's again, I do it for work because it's my job, right?
Yeah.
I do it for work because it's my job. And I can't wait to retire, right? So that's that. But the first time having to do it, for essentially myself, right? It's for you guys, but it's for me. It's like, okay, I'm part of the charity. I want to represent the charity in a good way. But I don't really want to people this much, right? And so it was nervous for me. I was nervous and I was like anxious to like do it because I didn't want to fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And the fact that I did it and I got a lot of good feedback from everybody, it was reassuring, and it was like, oh, wait a second. Maybe I worry for no reason. And then so going into DreamHack months later, I wasn't nervous at all. Like,
Yeah.
I was excited. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I could tell you were in your element. Yeah.
Like, right. And Peep said the same thing. And I was like, yeah. Like, this time, I did want to, I wanted to do more like I did at Lufest. But even Peeps came with some newfound energy. And then having everybody there, I was like, oh, I don't have to be here all the time, right? It's like, because Iron Man, Raoshin, Goku, and Redneck, and then, the guys, when the guys came in, like Jarhead passed people to us, Nate passed people to us, Kong and Stony, having that many people there, I was like, oh, I don't have to do as much as I did at Lufest, even though there's so much more people here. Everybody just kind of stepped up and did their like not that it was their job, but they just all stepped up. And like I was like, oh, I actually at some point was bored. I was bored at DreamHack. Like legit, I was like, man, these guys are just out here talking. And they're like, before it was like, hey, Bearded, come help. Now it's like, they heard the spiel once or twice from me and Peeps and Spooky, and then all of a sudden these guys are just like running with it. I'm just like, well, fuck me.
Yeah. No shit, right?
Like
I will say that at the B&B after each day while we were at DreamHack was different from Lufest also, because at Lufest we were kind of like splitting up and going and decompress on our own or having some beers and making some laughs. But at DreamHack we were all decompressing and relaxing with each other and turning every night into a party with each other.
Good.
So it was a lot more camaraderie after DreamHack than it was at Lufest.
Good.
Guys, we watched all the Ip-Mans together. We just like when we say party, that's the party. Ip-Man and beer. So relax.
Nice.
Or forcing Peeps to watch Deadpool or Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
And then all of us watching Terrorizer 2 or whatever one it was.
Yeah.
Terrorizer fucking 2?
Some B-rated horror movies.
Yeah.
So we could just make fun of them.
Yeah.
Isn't that with that fucking guy with the fucking pointy
Clown-
nose and
Yeah, the
shit?
clown face guy. Yeah. 1 and 2. Yeah. It was like, and I've never watched those movies. I'm sitting there going like, what the fuck are we watching?
There were so many unanswered questions in one. They had to have a part 2 for sure. You know, follow up. I saw one. I've never seen part 2. I think I'm gonna have to watch it. Fuck it.
Joe, we played Uno. So guys, when we say party, it wasn't. We weren't out there doing shots. We were sitting there playing Uno, watching NewwMann in Chinese. By the way, we were watching it in English. We were watching it in Chinese. So we're all reading. We're all grown ass people just sitting there reading subtitles, watching some old man beat the shit out of people. It was great.
Sifu.
Yeah. You know.
That's fucking great. Holy shit.
And like,
that's funny.
Like, listen, I had a great time. It was a lot. It was a lot different than LootFest. Also, for me personally, you know, I don't want to offend nobody, but fuck you guys.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck any of you guys were. I had no idea who you were. You guys are all strangers to me, even though we've been talking for almost a year. You guys are all strangers to me. I've never met any of you, at least in person. So LootFest was like, my guard was up.
Yeah.
Whereas in DreamHack, I'm like, okay, I know these guys. They're not that bad. And so it's like, okay, now I get to, all right, let's make that step forward to kind of be nicer and be more friendlier and, you know, okay.
Let your guard down a little.
Just a little bit, because you guys are weird. But, you know, it was easier.
Yeah.
That's how you felt too, Goku? Yeah.
Good. Nice. How funny.
Yeah, Redneck, I would agree.
And the joking was, there was a lot more joking with each other at DreamHack than it was at LootFest. It was a whole lot of fuck you, I'm going to go do my own thing at LootFest.
Yeah, and it seemed like everybody was using the charity booth as like the home base. They would go do shit and then just rotate back.
Yeah.
Go do shit and rotate back. So it was great to see everybody.
Jody, it was. And I can't wait to go back. Not sure if I'm going to make Atlanta just because for personal reasons. I probably will be able to, but it's unclear, so I can't say yes for sure yet.
Yeah.
Redneck, yes, DreamHack was a lot more relaxed. And yeah, I hope somebody took a picture of Kong in his fucking blanket.
I've already decided I'm going to bring another blanket just for Atlanta if Kong's there.
We should get Kong his own blanket.
Nice. Yes.
Or like with like
his
a
own,
logo.
His own Whoopi.
Yeah, like with like his logo or something, like a gorilla Whoopi and the word like Kong on it. That'd be great.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
We should do that.
Yes, we should.
Yeah, go and so right there, guys, what Goku just said. Good job, Ted. What Goku just said. You know, I mean, I had never met anyone, but clicked with everyone like I was back again, like back in again. So like, that's what we want to create here. You know,
exactly.
Obviously, with time, it'll get bigger and it'll get better, and we can do more. Right now, with you know, with the support of you guys, and again, if you guys can't donate, that is completely fine. If you guys can't sub, that is completely fine.
Yeah,
but you guys spreading the word, saying, "Hey,
yes,
I work for this charity. This is what we do.
Yeah,
this is what we want to do going forward. Come join, come see, come take a look."
Exactly.
You know that to me right now is worth more than money, right?
Yeah.
It's worth more than a sub, or it's worth more than $5. Keep your $5, put $5 in your gas tank, drive somewhere to where veterans hang out, and then fucking go talk about AGB. That's what you can do with your $5.
If you're having beers with the guys at the fucking VFW, if you're fucking hanging out with your fucking buddies, just turn them on, man. Tell them to come hang out. If they're gamers, man, fucking definitely invite them.
Yeah,
of course. Other veterans for sure, man. Please spread the word, because that's more invaluable than anything else. It really is. Of course we need money, but of course we need money to keep building. But we're working on that too, and not only that, but we're working on other things to do as far as a charity too that will include veterans. We're talking. I mean, Spooky and I have talked in the background too, just so you guys know. we're talking about getting, having like AGB get-togethers at, you know, where we could have veterans being invited to, military bases and
Mm-hmm.
or where we go out and do, training days and shit like that, where we all get together, be it Texas, be it South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever the fuck we go,
Yeah.
fucking New Jersey, whatever the fuck. But
Definitely.
things that we're going to start looking into doing as a charity, as a full charity
Yeah.
together, and including you guys as supporters too. So I mean, it's really, things are really starting to take off. There's so much other shit that I would love to talk about, but I really can't right now
That's right. You
because
better shut your face.
there's a lot of shit that's in the works, guys. So you guys, yeah, definitely what Beards was saying, man. Keep spreading the fucking word, man.
And again, for you guys
All
to
right.
know, give you a little hint of what I kind of, again, I hope my brain clicks into it, clicks it. Because right now I'm struggling with a couple of things of something of, what Peeps talked about. So me and Peeps in front of everybody, and Spooky was there. And so Spooky can confirm. But the idea of me streaming more was floated, and it's because apparently Peeps likes my body, just not my face, because I'm too old for him. But he likes my body, and you can quote me on that, right, Spooky? He said that. He's like, Beardy, you have a sexy body.
I can confirm that.
See, there you go. Thank you. So, and obviously, I hope you guys like the way I sound. I try to be animated when I talk, so you guys are, your attention is grabbed and you're listening, whether I'm talking bullshit or not. Don't really care. But ultimately, the goal of mine is to really propel the charity and kind of take over more and do things that I want to do on the charity. I just need to figure out what I want to call it, how I want to do it, when am I going to do it? Because right now my schedule it's tough because I just started school, which after this podcast, I'm literally going to go do some schoolwork. I'm going to try to hit the gym, maybe, hopefully. I'm going to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go get ready for the gym again. I'm really trying to focus in on my personal life right now and achieving some goals that I've always wanted to achieve and get that part of my life started. And mind you guys, I'm 36. I'm going to be 37 years old. If you guys are a similar age, there is no time than now to fucking do exactly what you want to do. Fuck it. If you're tired, good. Right? I think this is a jarhead thing. He plays Jocko Willick's little, I think 2-3 minute video of good. You got problems? Good. Now you have something to do and go solve. Oh, you had a bad day? Good. You have time to turn into a good one. Oh,
is that
good.
Goggins?
That's that Jocko Wilco.
Oh, Jocko Wilco. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Similar, that video is good. And that is even before he said it, and I heard it, even though he puts it in a very, better way than what's in my brain. But yes, like, okay, I have something that I want to do. Oh, I'm getting old. So the fuck what? Stay young. Go to the gym. Eat healthy. Take supplements. Right? It's that mentality. That's what I do. Right? That's where my strength is, and I kind of want to give that and showcase that stuff to you guys. Is that the link, Spook?
Yes.
All right, there you go. Guys, check that out. And that's what I kind of want to give to you guys. And I also want to do more kind of like intimate one-on-one stuff with people and people in the charity and people outside the charity, while still doing this Buddy Check podcast. I really do think having the contrast of me and Ted, right? I really, again, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, chat, you guys can correct me. But I think me and Ted contrast each other very well. And there's a lot of differences between me and him. And there's a lot of similarities too. And it's two different perspectives that you guys can get and pull from and learn, like Spooky said earlier, right? Where you're just, you're picking whatever tool or piece that you need to maybe make it work for you so you guys can get better, right?
Yeah.
And so we're never going to take the Buddy Check podcast away. The Buddy Check podcast is here forever, and it will stay on forever. And it's also a place where like guys like Spooky, Chad, if you want to join, if you have a story to tell, if there's something you guys want to share, message me and Ted. Message me or Ted. If I'm too scary, message the teddy bear. If he's too teddy bear, message the grizzly bear, and we will get it done for you guys. You guys can come on the podcast. We'll schedule it with you guys. You guys know when we go live. You come on and share your story, and you never know, right?
Yeah.
You never know when somebody's gonna listen, and you might save somebody's life.
Yeah, and we've heard that too. I mean, we've gotten feedback like that too, where somebody reached out to us and heard through the Buddy Check that, you know, that they could come talk to Spooky or I early on, especially early on at the end of last summer and stuff, when these guys were all going to, was that the original DreamHack last year? Was it DreamHack last year in
Atlanta?
Atlanta? Was it? Yeah. When you guys met everybody there for the first batch of ambassadors that came back and stuff. You know, and somebody had reached out to me that had listened to what we were talking about in the Buddy Check, and they just needed somebody to talk to that day. And honestly, it's incredible, man. It's so awesome to give back and stuff and to talk people through shit, you know? Yeah. And oh, by the way, I became a grandpa last week. That's why I missed the Buddy Check last week. Last Wednesday, I got the call, Beards, have a good show. I'm on my way to the hospital. He's like, fuck, later.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck
So,
I'm not doing I'm not doing Ted's show without Ted. It's fucking dumb.
But either way, you know, I mean, shit.
Right.
You know, there may be other people. We may have people rotate through. You've heard Redneck and everybody else. Spooky's been on the podcast. Redneck's been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Eminem's been on the podcast. So, yeah, definitely reach out. And Beards, I know Beards is really busy right now too. But even if you guys need, if some of you creators or AGB ambassadors, creators, or if you want to be an ambassador, definitely sign up. But if you guys want to get on the charity channel and go live, if Beards is busy with his work and shit like that too, you could definitely reach out to me, and then I'll help you guys get the stream key and stuff too in his absence. You know, I'm taking more of a step back from doing a lot of the stuff with the ambassadors, and we're trying to find some more volunteers to work with the Twitter channel and shit like that. But yeah, please, man, let's keep this channel active, and yeah, if any of you guys want to get on the chat on the you know, the Buddy Check, please come tell your stories and stuff. Let us know. Reach out to one of us. You know, we'll get you on for sure. We want you to tell your story.
Yeah, if you guys are willing to share your story, you know, do it.
Yeah.
Especially honestly, if you think
safe place.
That's true. But if you guys, you know, want to give it a try, like getting your feet wet with like talking about your stuff, especially with, you know, again, what I believe are listen, I haven't been through it all, but I've been through a lot. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in those dark places where you have those thoughts that people shouldn't be having. I've been there. Listen, I've been divorced. My ex-wife cheated on me. I had a really bad breakup last summer. My dad passed away last summer. Me and my family, we don't really talk. I have nieces and nephews I haven't seen since my dad's funeral. The last time I saw my family was my dad's funeral, and that's the only reason why we got together. We really don't get together. So I have family issues. I've been to the combat zones. I've done the combat stuff. You guys want to talk about that stuff? Again, if you really think that, you know, and then obviously Ted has been through similar mental health issues, and, you know, he's got his whole fucking DJ life story of fucking extravaganza. And obviously he had issues with his first marriage. So again, it's like, you guys don't think we know what we're talking about. Listen, we've been there. We've done it. And
I mean, we're not therapists. We're not licensed counselors.
We're not professionals.
But we're guys that have been through some shit.
Yeah.
You know, and Beards has got the experience. He's been through combat shit. So and again, you can talk to us on all levels.
And look at the age difference, guys, right? Ted's a grandpa.
I'm old enough to be his fucking dad, literally 20 years older than him.
You know, Ted's a fucking grandpa, guy. So the age difference is like we can cover it all. We can literally cover it all. And then obviously when guys like Spooky also, you know, come in here and help us out, you know, for, you know, with the Buddy Check podcast, guys, we can even more ground we could cover. And if you guys want to come in, it is a safe space. If you want to talk about it offline, so it's not, you know, streamed. Yeah, listen,
absolutely,
message one of us. We will get back to you at our earliest convenience.
And another thing that I want to throw in there is two things actually. It's good to talk to like somebody like us about it, but also take the chance on yourself and reach out to a professional because they might have more tools for you to access into to add to your tool belt. And the second thing is, if you're at that point where you're ready to reach out to somebody and you have your list of people that you're going to call, don't get bummed out that the first person didn't answer, or the second person didn't answer, or the third person didn't answer. The person that's supposed to answer is going to be the one that answers.
Right.
Yeah. And here, I'm going to show you guys something too. Yeah. So when I first met Spooky and stuff, and I was talking to him about possibly doing a mental health podcast, doing a Buddy Check podcast, you know, when I first started talking to him about it, and I kind of opened up to him about being depressed and shit like that, and being kind of up against it, he told me I needed to make a list. And I still carry the list here. There's some names on it. I'll just, you know, whatever. There's some names on it. You guys, hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to show you guys phone numbers. I didn't mean to show you phone number, but you know, there's some names on there that you recognize, and some of the people are people that you guys know that I just fucking met in the charity.
That's me.
So my thing is, you guys, you know, make your fucking list and keep, and it's in my wallet. It's in my fucking red, white, and blue fucking wallet, America. So yeah, I made that list and I showed that list to my therapist and stuff too. And I did this because of Spooky. Spooky's the one that told me to make the fucking list. And I have a list here that I need to call. Amy, Spooky, my brother, my best friend, Bearded, you're in fifth, Adam, Nate, Gemini, all fucking people you guys know. Double. They're all on this fucking list. And a lot of people that you guys fucking know. So the thing is it's important sometimes. If you're fucking down and out, pick up the fucking phone and call somebody, man. You know, if you need to talk to one of us, like Beard said, I don't know everything, but I'll do my best to fucking listen and try to fucking at least be there for you. If you need me to listen or just give you advice, whatever the fuck, just reach out, you know. Oh, reach out for sure, guys. Yeah, we have a lot of people in our Discord too, so.
And Val, you shut up. You can always fucking reach out to me, you stupid bitch.
Yeah, you sure can. You sure can.
I don't know how good I would be, but you can always reach out to me. And you got people, you got people in the Discords that you can always talk to, brother. You know that. And actually, to kind of circle back to what Spooky said, where to take the chance on yourself and to go seek some professional help. As I was actually going to piggyback, you know, what we were saying about coming on the podcast, maybe sharing your story. It might help you start cracking those walls to potentially be comfortable with maybe, you know what? It felt good talking to these idiots about my story, and maybe I'm also going to listen to these idiots and go get some own professional help to really go maybe work on some of the stuff that I just shared, because, you know, it felt good just to share, right? And it's almost like, Ted's heard me today and has heard me in the past. I'm sure you guys, if you guys are actually listening to what I'm saying, you guys got to go after those small victories, right? Those small victories are going to lead you to a path of success. So, you know, either reaching out to us privately or, you know, find that, like, what I believe is extreme courage to come on to a podcast and, you know, whether you show your face or not, like just to come on and tell people your story, or, you know, even though we're like strangers technically, and sharing that with people and being vulnerable. And then I'm going to ask you questions. I'm sure Ted's going to ask you questions.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to judge your story, but I want to know what your mindset was. I'm going to question you on, like, so why'd you think that way? What made you,
Yeah.
want to change? Because I'm curious, because I'm taking that as an opportunity for me to learn as well, not just sharing it with you guys, but for me to also learn, and then we can all learn from each other, right? And that's a small victory. The fact that you had the balls to talk to two idiots about, about your trauma,
yeah,
and share it with other people, it's almost like, okay, that was cool.
Well,
maybe I could do the next step. Maybe get another small victory, and then you go to your VA. You go start working and finding your therapist, and then you find your therapist. Boom, small victory. Boom, you have epiphanies like Ted has been having. Boom, small victory. You start feeling good. Fucking win. You get in the gym. You go get jacked, and now you're fucking just killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's those little steps that it just leads to something better.
yeah.
And I think the other thing with that is reinforcing that victory with a small reward too.
Yeah.
So don't give yourself a month-long vacation because you had a small victory. Save that for the large victories.
Yeah.
Give yourself a small victory, like a pat on the back or a cone of ice cream or something.
Go beat off.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Get laid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go get laid. Yeah. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're an emotionally stable person, and you're starting to look jacked, I'm telling you, for some reason, people find that hot. Don't know why. It's crazy. I don't know. It
You know
works.
what's really fucking funny? Another fucking thing too. Amy the other night, she's like,
damn, baby, you're hot.
She's like, you're going through all this. Are you gonna leave me? And I was like, no.
Damn.
That's not why I'm going through fucking therapy, man. I was like, no, but I feel fucking great right now. I feel fucking like off the chain, fucking great. No, baby. I was like, you go to therapy now. Fuck, you gotta go do your shit.
It's funny. I would have responded, no, I'm going to therapy so I can be with you forever.
Forever, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the romantic shit. Guys, if you guys want romantic advice, I'm your guy. I'm Mr. Romantic here.
Damn right. Damn right. Oh, fucking A, man.
Some of the shit from DreamHack with Bearded was hilarious.
Mr. Bromance.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, you know what was disappointing about DreamHack? I'm not gonna sit here and fucking suck DreamHack's dick. You know what was really disappointing about DreamHack? The eye candy just wasn't there for me, man.
No, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you had your one or two here and there, but I expected to see like cosplayers half naked everywhere.
That's what I like. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to discover new kinks. Nothing.
That was the entire other side of DreamHack. On the other, a mile away from us.
Yeah,
I used to DJ at massives and raves, like big fucking raves. I love cosplay girls.
And they also had I wish I could have. I wish you had a creator lounge. I wish you had a creator badge because the cosplay contest was up next to the creator lounge.
Yeah. So yeah.
I better get a creator badge.
I didn't get to go to those things, but again, there was just because I walked the main floor. I walked all the way down to the Halo Infinite side, which guys, it's a fucking mile.
Yeah,
it's not really a mile, but it felt like a mile just to go all the way down to where like the food and another stage was, then just to walk all the way back. It was far as fuck. Yeah, that was a far ass walk, right? So, and I did that walk a couple of times. Again, I told you these guys were doing such a great job in the booth that I didn't feel like I had to be there. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go enjoy DreamHack a little bit. So I went to go walk, right? And still, like, guys, I'm never gonna find my wife. So it's like. Even though I will tell you this. Somebody did come up to me and say, "Hey, my friend I think you like my friend, and my friend finds you attractive. Here's her Instagram."
Oh shit! Nice.
That happened, and then another thing happened where they're trying to set you up with somebody.
Oh yeah. So Crazy Nate's wife is Colombian, and guys, it's my favorite flavor. And she's like, "Oh, I have a cousin that thinks that would think you're hot." And I was like, "No, I did not. Wickham, I did not. I followed her again, did my investigative research behind. We're never gonna meet, brother. We're never gonna meet. I got too much shit to go fly around for some woman. I'm not gonna get her hopes up because I'll be nice, and then when are we gonna meet? And I'll just tell her the truth and say never, and then I'm not trying to do all that. Maybe one day, maybe if my life slows down here in a little bit, maybe. I don't want to do any, but I don't want to break nobody's hearts. I'm actually kind of a nice person, kind of. Yeah. So Nate's wife is Colombian. She talked to me about her cousin who lives in Colombia. So I was like, again, I've been to Colombia. I don't know when I'm going to go back, but guys, smoking hot. Smoking hot. And I'm sitting there, Peeps is doing a build, and she goes, "Oh, baby, look, they had my cousin." And I was just sitting there like stunned because this chick is a freaking 10 times 10. And I'm just like, "Hi." It's like, what the fuck? I'm sitting there trying to do the whole stream and type in chat, and then like I'm looking, I'm like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?" Blah blah blah. And again, I'm trying to talk Spanish. I could barely hear anything anyway, so it's like I'm just like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
And then the amount of people that came to our booth just to say hi to you, Bearded,
really
was wild too. Yeah.
To me?
That's awesome.
Yeah. There were people coming to our booth just to say hi to you, and they just couldn't get the time of day because there were so many other people in the way.
That's awesome.
I noticed it. There were people coming just to say hi to you.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Guys, right over this. I'm 6'3". That shit still went over my fucking head. I get it. It's a lot, right? So there was a lot going on, right? Like I'm also, again, I think we worked so well because we didn't have to be told what to do. So like I would be watching Peeps, I'd be watching Spook, I'd be watching, Kong, I'd be watching Nate. Because Nate would come in and he's like, "Bro, I need to just sit down." I'm like, "Oh, Nate, sit down. Just take a seat." Right? Just sit down.
Yeah.
Like, "Bro, I'm so frustrated." I'm like, "Just relax, bro. You're good now. You're good." Right?
Yep.
So we watch each other, right? So when you're around other veterans, you guys, you learn the tells, right? When people are tired, when they're frustrated, when they're annoyed, when they're just, again, when those feelings start coming, you kind of see that. And like, I'm nobody's keeper, but you're my team. You're my squad. And so I'm also paying attention to you guys, making sure, looking at you guys. Okay, look, they're handling the booth. They seem fine. They don't seem, overbeared. All right, cool. I can go do something else. Or let me go look at, I would look at Kong. I'm like, "Yo, you tired?" He's like, "In my back, bro." I'm like, "All right, just chill. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And Kong would just dip off sometimes because his back would be killing him. And then Peeps, guys, the old man killed it. The old man, if you guys remember in Loot Fest, had his brace on. And because he has his bad back and all that bullshit. Again, he's been not 100%, but he's been doing pretty decent on his diet. He's lost a couple of pounds. He says he feels a lot better. He did not wear the back brace at DreamHack, not once.
Nice.
Not once.
Shit.
Not once did he ever have the brace on. So he's again. I'm watching him. It's hard for me to kind of like people trying to come up and say hi. I was like, I didn't notice because I was too busy worrying about my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Peeps actually called me from the airport on my second day of driving and was like, "I fucking forgot to pack my back brace."
Oh, did he? He didn't need it.
Nice.
I had to comment.
He didn't need it
up until the last day because I think 3 days like that. Obviously, it was a lot of walking. There's a lot of being on your feet. Guys, it's tiring. It really is tiring. You're up on your feet a lot. Yeah, we tried, Wiggum. We tried. And we appreciate you coming out. That was great. You guys are cool people. You guys are always welcome to come by, obviously. And hang out.
I do have
always.
a tip.
You have a tip? What's your tip?
How
big is
don't wear
Just the tip.
Don't wear shoes that you only use to walk around town to walk like 5 miles a day.
Yeah. So that's actually going to be what I'm going to be changing going forward. Is again, me and you like the barefoot shoes, right? We like the barefoot shoes.
Yeah.
I think when I go to events, I'm going to get something with a lot of cushion.
Yeah.
And with a lot of like support, because you're going to be doing it's a lot of standing and walking.
It's a lot on your feet. Yeah.
You definitely need some type of balance, because again, DreamHack isn't carpeted, right? It's not carpeted, so it's just like it's concrete. It's solid concrete. All right, it's solid concrete, and it's like barefoot shoes are good, but concrete all day on them, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, and that's caused me and Peeps to consider getting one of those cushioned rugs or cushioned throwdowns to go underneath the booth.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That way we have some cushion to stand on.
Yeah.
But then also on top of that, I agree. I need to get myself some shoes that are more supportive of standing on concrete.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be looking into either the Hokas or the On Clouds. Apparently, those are really really comfortable shoes to kind of just walk around on. So again, we'll see. Yeah. Again, I'm excited for the next event, or whenever that is. If it's Atlanta or if it's the next year or whatever, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. Hopefully, we continue to build what we did in Loot Fest, and even more so at DreamHack, and we can collab with more people, and you guys can reap the benefits of like the content and the stuff, and hopefully some of the partnerships that we have in the works, those come through, and we can offer you guys more stuff, so then you can tell people that we're offering more stuff, and then again, little victories will lead to greater success, and that's what we're going to be doing here.
Yep. And from the DreamHack in Atlanta, where it was just me, Peeps, and Double, sitting inside the creator lounge with the longest stream time on the corner of the creator hub, to having our own booth at the DreamHack in Dallas.
Yeah.
It was like a 120% like increase in productivity and fun.
Really?
And yeah, because like in the creator lounge, we just only got to really talk to a small group of creators the entire time, where we didn't have much interaction with the public that was going around. Whereas this time around, it was creators and the public were coming by the booth because we were out there in front of everybody, and we could reach a lot more people that way.
Nice. Okay. That's that's actually good contrast. I didn't go to Atlanta. Ted didn't go to Atlanta, so that's actually a really cool contrast that you're sharing with that. Because yeah, again, according to Peeps, and again according to you, talking at DreamHack, like having this space that we did, if we could continue to get a space like that every time, even though we had all those extra chairs, I feel like we can really do something more as like an AGB lounge, our own lounge area.
Yeah,
right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Where what I would like to do is maybe set up some live interviews at DreamHack with creator. Like obviously everybody was busy. It was our first one, so we're all super excited. And we have the BC builds and all this other stuff. But with some networking stuff, maybe we can do some, 15, 20-minute little like, hey, how's it going? What's your channels? What do you do? Blah 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 blah. And like, oh, whatever, whatever questions, whatever. Just like, again, to interview people again for not only for us and our networking, but also for for our family that's watching, and you guys also got to understand. I say that hoping that happens, but you got, dude, talking to Grandpa and talking to, like, we met Scotty K Fitness, we met obviously we met Narrator, we met a lot of these guys, and like, dude,
Scotty was funny.
Dude, they're fucking busy. They're bouncing everywhere, and then everybody wants to stop them. Everybody wants a picture. Everybody wants to talk to them. So it's really hard for a lot for these guys. So it's like it's a challenge within itself to do. Still waiting to hear from Narrator. Yeah, well, so Rashi, the D&D, right? Going to his D&D area, dude. Narrator has probably the sickest D&D area at his place I've ever seen.
Nice.
Nice. It's crazy looking. The guy's legit like a fucking a like a throne room. It's crazy looking. It's amazing.
Nice.
Like if I had to do D&D IRL, that'd be what I would want to do. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, it's a nice dungeon. Yeah. That's in a loft. Yeah, basically.
Nice dungeon.
Yeah, Grandpa is one that stuck with me the most, honestly, and it was all.
What he said to you?
What he said? What, remind us, Redneck. What did he say to you, brother? And again, Grandpa, dude, meeting Grandpa for the first time was cool. Again, I've seen his videos on TikToks, and meeting him and seeing how like down to earth and like chill he was just like, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like this dude's legit.
Yeah.
And he's all in on what we do also.
That's awesome.
Again, I know we say that, and I hope, again, guys, I really do hope that it comes to fruition, right? That's always my big thing. It's like everybody says yes.
Yes, I understand.
Until it's time to actually do something.
And prove. Yeah, I gotcha.
We're working that angle. Peeps is working that angle specifically, along with a couple others. He's working specifically.
Good.
And
awesome.
And Ted's working some angles too that I passed off to him also.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Surprises.
We might be changing Ted's title at the next meeting.
Ooh. Well, I was off talking to another veteran about the VA stuff, and as I was walking back over to the booth, he made a straight line for me, grabbed my hand, shook it, and said, "Don't let PTSD run your life. Keep helping people and keep doing what you are doing." Isn't that great? Isn't that great to hear?
Yeah.
Especially from somebody like that, like a legend, like besides him being, famous, like in the gaming community. Isn't it great knowing that, like, his background, like that fucking legend
fucked you up?
It made you kind of hard. I know, it made your pee tingle. I know the feeling. No, I know the feeling. When he again, that's why I shared this story. When he came out of the Anthros chair, I'm talking to his manager, not even wanting to talk to him. I was just like walking through, and I just happened to see them, and I was like, "Oh, how's it going?" Blah blah blah, making small talk with them, and we're laughing, whatever, cracking jokes. And he just gets up off his chair and just comes over and like he's talking to his chat. He was live. Like he didn't have to come over to me.
Yeah.
I didn't wave. I didn't wave at him. I didn't do it. He just comes up and I was like, dude, thanks, appreciate it. You guys know I don't really talk about my service too much. I can if you guys want me to. I just don't. But it's like fucking legend, dude. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
So, I don't know. I hope that we can give you more, and that's the whole point. And now that I have 3 board members, and again we talked about this spooky at DreamHack.
Yes.
We need to get together before maybe not before this board meeting, but I would like to start getting together as a board and just like these surprises that I don't know about. I think the board should know about it.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Like we're voting on something that I don't even know what we're voting on, and we're going to find out live at a board meeting. I think we should all get together and talk about
a pre-board meeting. Yeah.
It's something I talk to, especially peeps and spooky, because they piss me off, and I'm going to say it here live to you guys. They piss me off because they have all this intel that they don't share with everybody, and then it's like getting jerked off and then stopping midway, and then
getting blue balls.
Yeah, getting like ultimate blue balls. Like guys, we have so much. We have so many things in the pipe. We just can't talk about it. I'm like, who the fuck else are you going to talk to it about? We're the fucking board members. We just got to remind people to shut the fuck up. But like, we want to be excited too. It motivates us to do stuff.
I think the hesitation to talk about it is because we're live during the board meetings and stuff like that, and we're live all the time.
I understand about the board meeting. I know not to do with that.
So we need to find a time when none of us are live and talk about that stuff.
Yes, like a Saturday night when Like after Peeps goes live and he's done, we quickly go in. Again, it doesn't have to be long. It's just like an intel brief. We're hopping into a talk and fucking sitting there, intel brief, and go away, right? And then just like, all right, guys, good night.
I like that.
Right?
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, we need to do that more often, so we know what each other are doing, and then it's all about accountability at that point. Of these are the irons that are in the fire.
Yeah.
And then that way, Beardy can be like, "Hey, you said that you had this iron in the fire. What's the status on that? Is it getting cold or is it getting warmer?"
Yeah. When can I do something with it, right? When can me and Ted do something? When can I do something? When can we do something with it, right? And so you guys know, and I'm gonna, again, my schedule's weird right now, but when it irons out a little bit more, I'm gonna be doing the same thing with the ambassadors. I'm gonna be doing the same thing with the volunteers. The volunteers, so much just like a monthly check-in with the volunteers, because obviously if you guys are just coming to events or just helping out here and there, I do want to keep you guys in the loop with some things to keep you guys motivated. And I definitely want to do things, start talking to the ambassadors on the side, and really kind of also do the same thing with them, is motivate them. Like, hey guys, this is what we, the stuff that I can talk about with other people that, isn't like groundbreaking, and be like, hey guys, this is what we want to do. We want to get you guys involved. Who can, what can we do as a play day? Who can we get to set up and, bring awareness? Like, what games can we play? Like, I play a lot of games. Like I was talking, so I hopped in, I started talking with Jarhead at DreamHack, and I've talked to Jarhead since, and I'm like, oh, you play this game? Me too. He's like, really? I go, yeah. Oh, you played it? Yeah. You play this? Yeah. You play this? Yes. And then I did the same thing with Nate. I was like, Nate, I played that. I played that. I played this. So you guys don't know, Nate was live last night. He had a power outage, and me and him were getting ready to go play Gray Zone together.
Yeah.
Right? And
he didn't lose his shit, did he?
No.
No, good.
He was live earlier. He messaged me earlier. He's like, can you only play at nighttime? And I go, on weekdays, yes, because I work and I have a job. But on weekends, I'm good to go. I'm good to go whenever, right? You just let me know, and we'll hop on and we'll kick some ass. And on days like that, if I'm available, I'm going to be going live, and you guys can join in that conversation and go talk to Nate, come talk to me. And there's things coming. Guys, ABI is fun too. Again, things are coming down the pipeline. They're coming. They're coming.
Oh yeah.
I actually reinstalled Gray Zone to come play with you guys sometime.
Yeah, me too.
I'm already level 12.
Have you?
Nice.
All right, I'll get on it.
I played 4 days. About one day was like 6 hours. One day was like 6 hours. Another day was like 3. I played yesterday for like an hour and a half, and I'm already at level 12. I'm already.
Nice.
I'm ready to go.
My issue with Gray Zone is trying to figure out where to find the shit.
So just like Tarkov and most games nowadays, there is a Gray Zone wiki.
Yeah.
And I
just have to remember that.
I'll tell you right now, my brain for some reason soaks up this useless information. Like I was playing, so Nate had the power outage, and we were getting ready to run some missions with another kick streamer called Circus. Yeah. And Nate's power outage, like, Circus, you still want to play? He goes, ABI Arena Breakout Infinite, Roshan. It's similar to Tarkov. It's similar to Delta. It's like it's more Tarkov than it is Delta, but it's similar to those things. And I just ended up running with Circus, and he was live on Kick, and I helped him with a bunch of missions because I just did them the other day, so I kind of ran him through it, and we kind of just like went through it. So it's definitely something that I like teaching people, and I guess Tarkov is called Sherpaing, but I like bringing people along and telling you guys and helping guys out with video games, because that means we're trying to play video games together, and video games are fun.
Yeah, you did last year with me, last summer.
I think that would be called a squad leader.
Relax, guys. I need more Tarkov in my life. Relax, Goku. I think Stoney's playing right now, I think.
Nice.
Sony is playing right now.
Play with
but guys, I kind of have to go do some personal stuff, like schoolwork and stuff like that. So if it's okay with you,
how's school going?
It's going. Halfway through my first set of courses.
Yeah, nice.
Stoney has a height requirement to play. It's funny. But if you guys are cool with it, I think this is a great podcast. I think we should end here.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Definitely.
So any last minute thoughts or anything from you, Spooky?
Do yourself a favor and ask for help if you need it.
Ted?
Sir. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of actions you can take. Definitely just take an action to take care of yourself. You know, you got to put that body in motion and take care of your fucking headspace, man. Only you can do it. Nobody's coming to fucking rescue you. You got to fucking rescue yourself. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Rescue your fucking self. That's my peace out.
And
give us a call if you need help.
And to talk, kind of highlight what Ted is going through and what he's achieved. When the pain of being stuck is greater than the pain of change, choose the pain of change. Right? So you guys remember that. We're about to see a brand new and improved Ted in the next coming weeks and months.
Oh, yeah.
And with that said, guys, next Wednesday, stay tuned for the Buddy Check podcast, 6 p.m. Eastern time, as always. And Sunday, 8:30 p.m., I believe we will be doing a live board meeting. Apparently, it's a big one. I have no idea what we're doing, but it's going to be a pretty big board meeting. I know a couple of surprises that are coming. Guys, stay tuned for that. You guys will be surprised. I was trying to think of a better word, but I'm an idiot. So, and stay tuned. Most likely, I will be hopefully streaming this weekend with some of the guys playing Gray Zone, doing that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Hopefully, we can get some games in with the board members and some other of our ambassadors. And I'm going to try to convince the ambassadors in a very loving way to fucking take over the charity channel so you guys have more content.
Bullet reached out. He wants to do a throwdown, and look for a. We will be doing a subathon here soon, and throwdown. Bullet wants to do a throwdown on the AGB charity channel. If he typically will do one once a month, we got to get him back on there. He hasn't done one in 2 months, so we got to get him back on there because he raises a bunch of money on any given day. So
you say throwdown, I think we're about to fight. So
no. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Sir, let me choose my words wisely. He would like to do a takeover, I should say.
Okay. I'll fucking fight anybody. I mean, I am nice.
I'm ready.
I don't want to fight anybody.
I got your 6. Let's fucking go.
Anyway,
Bearded, I would follow you through war, bro. I would.
I got your air support.
I gotta get you a scooter. I don't want to damage your knee, Ted. I'll mount a fucking minigun on your fucking scooter, Ted.
I'll make sure the minigun works.
I'll drive the fucking LAV. Well, I'll fucking get in there.
Listen, fucking Ted's gonna go brr. So anyway, guys, it was always fun. This was great. I can't wait to see you guys next week. And stay tuned for Sunday for the board meeting. We're gonna pick somebody out here to host. Who the fuck is
Stoney? And remember, everybody touch the muff.
Let's see who we got. Who's got the least amount of views? Oh, Miss M&M's live again. Guys, go stop by and say hi to Miss M&M. You know what? I'm going to send you to some different content, and I'm actually going to send you guys over to Jarhead, who is live. But that's not it. That's not what button am I pressing? This is the button I'm pressing. I'm going to send you over to Jarhead. He's bowling right now with his wife. Go show him some love. Remind him that he is a AGB ambassador, and follow him if you don't follow him already.
The Marine.
He's a Marine, so go show him some love.
Let's go.
Ask him about mental health. He loves that. Go ask him about mental health. He loves that shit.
Woohoo! Nice. That was fun.
Okay.
That was fun.